Hey, it's love to be loved. It's always love to be loved. And today, I am talking about the Gen X Pyramid Explained. Now, I'm not going to get to everything. I'm not going to talk about everything. Uh, if there's anything I miss, I'll do another video. But these are the ones I remember. Okay? On the first part of the pyramid. Now remember, this is not an iceberg, it's a pyramid, uh, because it's not mysterious or strange things, just stuff that aren't done anymore or people have, only certain people remember. All right. Back in the day, up until like the 80s, one 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 income homes. In other words, usually the father uh, made enough money for the entire family. Now, sometimes it was rough. Sometimes you went without. But yeah, one income. Can you believe that? Then, another thing you might have heard about was go outside, play with your friends, or do whatever. Don't break any laws. Don't break any windows. And be home when the street lights come on. And if you're going to be at a friend's house, you called. That's all there was to it. There was um, the only check-in is if the lights went on and you're at a friend's house, you called. Period. um, if you got thirsty and you're outside, you didn't go inside to get something to drink. That was for the adults. You drink from the hose. No, your parents didn't want to see you. Not until it was time for you to come in. Uh, when I was growing up, there was still rotary phones. You know that thing, the phone where you turn the thing and yeah, rotary phones. Man, it was great when they finally came out with the phone with the push button phones that were on the wall, connected to hopefully a 20-foot wire. She could walk around the whole house with the with the phone. And for a while there, no call waiting, no no party, no party call, more than one person to one call, no video chat. That was, something you saw on Star Trek. uh, and what we call the pound sign. There's a little bit of history behind it. Some kind of Latin that where they marked it it was a way of doing weight or whatever. I really don't want to make this into a history lesson. Anyways, it was called the pound sign, and now it's called the hashtag. And also there's an asterisk. That's you. If you wanted to call someone back, you did a star 69. Yeah. Yeah, gee, I wonder if they did that on purpose. Anyways, um, and then the movie ratings, they're all over the place. Because some of the PG movies, oh, they should have been rated R. Don't, Even if they had PG-13, no. They should have been rated R. Like the first Jaws movie, PG. PG. Oh man, there's all kinds of PG movies. Should have been rated R. Oh, for sure. For sure. Then on the first tier, I'm sure you heard about, the big hair. Make sure you got the hair net. Make sure you had your ozone destroying device with you. And because it wasn't spurts, it was long hairspray. And you sprayed until your hair was as tall as the ceiling of your house. Yeah, and also that if you were allowed to get a mohawk and get that thing spiked up, you use that. What was it? The hair gel, or the mousse, mousse. Then the other hairstyle, we didn't call it a mullet. We didn't know it wasn't called a mullet. It was just short hair up front and long hair in the back, and kind of long on the side where the hair covered your ears a little bit. That was it. There was no style. It was just whatever. We didn't have too many styles, except for the mohawk. That was the only style I knew of. It's just whatever you wanted to wear, however you wanted to wear it. Yeah, so like to go into that, one moment. Okay, it looks like I pushed the wrong button. Anyways, so yeah, there was no style. We're on the third tier. There's no style. Just wear whatever you want. That's why we're called Gen X. They didn't know how to. Well, we weren't the hippies. We weren't about love. We weren't about protesting nothing. We didn't care about nothing. Just wanted to do our own thing, dress our own way. It was, there's something else. Then TV, before, or if you couldn't afford cable, you had the TV antenna, the one that was on top of the roof, and the one, they called the bunny ears, the weird, some of them were just the standard, and sometimes you had to wrap it with tin foil, grab it and hold it and position yourself just right, and then hold it, and then you could watch your TV show. And every kid, not every adult, every kid took their turn to being the human antenna. What was the other one? Yeah, and then you had a capital punishment at school. You had to get permission, but if you got in trouble and got sent to the principal's office, and he had permission, the principal could spank you and use a paddle. I remember one time I got sent up to the principal office. I think it was one time I just, for no reason at all, I just stood up and started flying like a plane. Got sent to the principal's office. Principal was actually shocked to see me, because I was usually not a troubled child. Usually didn't cause any problems. I was usually the one who sent kids to the principal's office, in the sense that I was the target of those who. I was one of the reasons why kids went to the office because they made fun of me and or whatever, and the teacher, caught him and warned him stop messing with Adam stuff, and then okay, go to the office. I'm tired of messing with you, anyways. Yeah, you got that. Then you thought it was bad with the tobacco thing and no tobacco and big tobacco. You thought it was bad. You thought it was bad in the 90s and the early 2000s with all those campaigns. Well, there was a time where they made gum packs that look like cigarettes, and then they would have powdered sugar on it to where you could and pretend you smoked cigarettes. Oh yeah. Forget about cartoons. No. They started off, got you in the habit of putting cigarettes in your mouth, Then there was also the pot that existed. Thank you, 60s. I think it was before that, but that's funny. Anyways, the the pop rocks. Oh yeah. And you got if you oh my gosh, that thing those things that exploded in your mouth practically, but you loved it anyways. Oh, and down to the bottom tier, every phone number was listed. There was no blocking for people to find out your phone number. Oh no. You had to pay to have it blocked. and practically every address was listed in the phone book. So yeah, there was no hiding where you lived, hiding what hiding what your phone number was. And the encyclopedia, if you were lucky enough to afford an encyclopedia, and the library was Google. And hopefully, and the news and what you heard, whatever you heard on the news, that was your only source of information. And then you're allowed to walk to school by yourself or with your friends. After a while, they suggested you walk with your friends. But yeah, you could walk to school if you live within a 10-mile radius. and as long as the hill was, you had to go up you went uphill both ways. But you walk to school by yourself. Just, dad went to work, and if you were lucky enough to have 2 cars, mom didn't take you to school. She was too busy doing other stuff at the house. Who had time when you had to do all the chopping the vegetables and preparing the dinner and doing da. Yeah. And then there was the Mom Spy Network. Yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, that's what church and PE meetings and whatever other meetings mom went to and whatever blah blah blah. They exchanged phone numbers. They knew where you were. There was no tracking devices on your phone. Oh no. The reason why I found out about this mother spy network and figured it out later on my way home from walking home. A friend of mine said, "Hey, want to see my puppies?" So I was like, "Okay, yeah, sure. Yeah, we just had some puppies." Okay, so I went and stopped by, and you know the rules. If you stop at a friend's house, you check in. Well, I thought, okay, there's no way my mom's gonna know. And my mom doesn't know his mom, so I thought, because she didn't go to the same she didn't go to the same church my mom went to. So I thought, there's no way that my mom knew this kid's friend's mom. And so I'm like, okay. And, this is the first time meeting this kid or whatever. So I just stopped by for, I don't know, I think it was for like 10 minutes. And I walk into the house, and my mom says, so, what took you so long? I was like, oh, I was just playing around with the kids and blah, 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 blah. I don't know why I lied, but, but it's, but, she's like, anything else? I was like, I don't think so. She goes, so, weren't you at so-and-so's house looking at some puppies? I was like, how did you know that? It goes, I'm your mom. I know everything. I was like, what? Do you have spies all over the place? What? You were some kind of secret spy or something? She goes, I have my ways. Then I realized, that they met in some other meeting, PE meeting or something, and all the parents, all the mothers exchanged phone numbers just in case. So yeah, there it is. That's the Gen X pyramid explained, or at least a small portion of it. Oh, did I? Yeah, I mentioned that the PG. Yeah, PG movies might be rated R. So yeah, I know that there's a lot I missed. Uh, what was that? Wait, hold on a minute. I think I missed one. Oh yeah, the other one. Since health insurance are so freaking expensive, um, and yeah. So no going to the doctor unless your bones were broken or you needed stitches. Not scrapes, cuts, throwing up, whatever. No, no, no. No going to the doctor unless you were practically dying or you would not be able to move if you didn't go to the doctor. So yeah, that was that was the last one that I remember. I know there's a lot more, but I can't think of them right now. I might do another video of Gen X Pyramid Explained. All right. Don't forget to hit that like button and ring that bell. And remember, it's love to be loved. It's always love to be loved. Be blessed and goodbye.